Let's hope that cold weather outside doesn't affect the Knights' hot shooting here tonight.
Yeah, Ryan, you said it right there. A little chilly, but we are in the sweaters. Van Noord gets a little cold in here sometimes, so the students are rocking the Christmas sweaters, so we had to kind of join part here. I'm in the Star Wars. Shearhart over here is in the Coca-Cola, so we're ready. We're rocking about a minute and a half till game time, and the Knights coming into tonight's matchup with a 2-6 record, but Ryan, that does not tell the story. Taking on number 2, number 11 in the nation. Really, really close games down and away games early in the season. Obviously, the Knights got to get rolling, got to get hot, but a lot of hot competition really early in the season, trying to figure things out without the key addition of Jalen Overway.
Yeah, the Knights definitely a lot better of a basketball team than their record has shown here early on, but they've played some tough competition, and that competition is definitely preparing them heading into a tough MIAA conference this season, and definitely going to make them better for it, and a tough game nonetheless anytime you have the Knights in their schedule. So we'll see how they can just continue to grow as the season goes on. We've already seen development, and it seems to be most of the time, too, Ryan, a lot of close losses for the Knights.
Yeah, a lot of close losses. One close win that we need to highlight is their last game at Wisconsin La Crosse. Owen Varnado hitting a buzzer beater three-pointer right there in the last 5 seconds or so. He's averaging 15.8 points per game here. So look for him to be hot early, along with the fifth-year senior Uchenna Ekekeza, 14.5 for him. So big-time step-ups from them in terms of points per game, and really the scoring with the loss of Jalen Overway. And Trevin Winkle also coming in almost in that double digits, 9 points per game. So looking for them to get hot on the outside, pound the paint, and really play with more of a quicker action than we're used to here on Van Noord.
Definitely anytime a scoring option like Jalen Overway, the All-American, goes down, I mean, that completely changes your team dynamic, forcing other guys to develop a new role, and you really can't replace him with one guy. So it's got to be all the supporting cast working together to replace that 20-plus points per game that he would bring in night and night out. But we'll send you over to the PA for the national anthem and the starting lineup, so we'll be with you in just a moment.
Calvin men's basketball milestone. Jalen Overway crossed the 1,000 career point milestone last year in last year's 73-66 overtime victory at Trine University that helped the Knights clinch a share of the regular season MIAA championship. Overway is the 29th player in program history to score 1,000 points and is only the 4th player to accomplish this feat before the end of their sophomore season. Jalen averaged 21 points per game and was named the MVP of the MIAA in both his freshman and sophomore seasons. He was also named the NABC All-American First Teamer. Congratulations, Jalen, on your 1,000th career points. And at this time, will those able please rise? Prior to the national anthem and starting lineups today, Calvin University Athletic Department and men's basketball program would like to take a brief pause to recognize and honor the life of Trine University's Fred Garland. We stand alongside of the Trine University community in mourning of the tragic loss of Fred Garland, a Trine University student athlete and member of the national championship men's basketball team. Fred passed away on December 11th, 2024 in a car accident. Fred was a senior from Detroit, Michigan, majoring in sports management. He played a key role in the Trine University's NCAA championship run last season, and was averaging 14 points per game as a starter in each game this season. We pray for the healing of all those affected by this tragic loss, and let us now pause for a moment of silence. And now at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you remain standing, and gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem under the direction by Calvin Knights Pep Band, under the direction of Dr. Stephen Suddeth. And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Van Ord Arena here on the campus of Calvin University for tonight's men's varsity basketball matchup featuring the Tigers of Grace Christian University and your Calvin Knights. Let's meet the starters from both teams. First, the Tigers of Grace. Number 1, Keys Omari. Number 44, Zach Yorkie. Number 23, Gavin Fisher. Number 22, Graydon Hutchinson. Number 5, Braden Gable. The Tigers are coached by Ryan Crombeen. And now let's meet the starters for your Calvin Knights. First up, a 6'5" junior from McBain, Michigan, number 1, Trevin Winkle. A 6'3" junior from Caledonia, Michigan, number 5, Luca Ressler. A 6'7" tall sophomore from Grand Rapids, Michigan, number 2, Parker Schwartz. A 6'6" junior from Muskegon, Michigan, number 3, Owen Varnado. And a 6'4" tall senior from Huntley, Illinois, number 0, Uchenna Agikeza. Your Knights are coached by Bill Saul in his 6th season.
And there you have it, folks. The starting lineups for the Tigers of Grace Christian: Keys Omari, Braden Gable, Graydon Hutchinson, Gavin Fisher, and Zach Yorkie. And the Knights, Uchenna Agikeza, Trevin Winkle, Parker Schwartz, Owen Varnado, and Luca Ressler. Varnado on Fisher here for the tip-off, and we're ready to get things rolling. Ryan, excited to see Parker Schwartz here. Our first game for the men's this season, a transfer out of Ohio Dominican. Varnado wins a tip, gets things going. Winkle over to Agikeza.
Yeah, and the Knights definitely have a height advantage here, Ryan. Grace College putting out a very small lineup, probably going to run a lot of run and gun transition offense. So we'll see if the Knights can do exactly what Winkle did right there, is get the basketball in the paint and go up and get them into foul trouble.
You said it right there, pound the paint, especially when you do have that height advantage, and they recognize that early on. Trevin Winkle headed the line for 2 here early on. That's something the Knights have got to get down, is that free throw shooting, Ryan, and huge for their game, especially we saw Jalen Overway taking a lot of those free throw shots and free throws opportunities last year. Winkle missing the first there. Huge opportunities for free points.
And it comes down to it, especially in a lot of those close games that the Knights have been in, the importance of making free throws. Anytime you can capitalize on free points when you know you're going to be in a tight one.
Yeah, 100%. Winkle hits the second one, and the Tigers will get their first possession with Yorkie top of the key, kicks over to Hutchinson. Drive-in, looks like Tigers really disrupted by the Knights defense right now, Ryan. Really pressure heavy. 10 seconds to shoot. Steal from Ressler. Ball on the ground. Loose ball. Varnado gets it. And that will head out just off of Varnado. Not liking that one, but nonetheless, Tiger basketball. And Ryan, right there, huge from the Knights. Just a lot of pressure on the defensive end. Really not getting anywhere except the perimeter.
Yeah, some really good defense from the Knights, causing a disruption of that offensive rhythm of the...
And the three-point try not hit there from Gavin Fisher. Offensive rebound for the Tigers, though. Gable thought about it from 3, kicks out. And another three-point try contested. This time for Hutchinson, no good. Varnado taking it the length of the court now, posting up inside.
And for the lack of rhythm the Tigers had there on that offensive possession, getting a solid look in the corner, but they're going to need to knock those down if they're going to be able to hang with the Knights here.
Yeah, very interesting contested shot there from Hutchinson. Really, Knights all over the offense of the Tigers. Ressler inbounds to Varnado, over to Schwartz. Ressler cut inside, lays it off the glass and in. Beautiful cut there from Luca Ressler to the basket, and a great find there by Swartz. Hutchinson now with it. Guarded closely by Ressler, kicks over to Gable. Inside, now with Fisher. 14 to shoot. Great defense, stolen by Ressler. Kicks over to Varnado. And a hammer from Parker Swartz, and welcome to Van Noort Arena. Oh my.
Man, oh man, did he get up in transition. That basketball just kind of fell right into stride with him, and he got up on that rim.
And man, the 6'7" sophomore making his presence known here early on. Knights lead by 5, get the possession. Winkle kicking it around the perimeter, and a travel there from Varnado, just kind of picking it up too quick. The Knights getting a little bit antsy there, but nonetheless up 5. And an emphatic slam there from Swartz.
Yeah, and Owen Varnado off to a great start, picking up a little bit of that scoring slack that the Knights have from Overway not being in the lineup, but 15.8 points per game for him to start the season, an impressive feat.
And the Knights going the other way once again. Swartz finding Winkle. Winkle fouled on the way up. Very frustrated with himself. Not able to get the and one. And something you mentioned there from the Ryan with the stat sheet is Owen Varnado kind of stepping into that role. And I want to take a look at the rebounds as well. He has 7 rebounds per game, and that was, Jalen Overway's thing. It was a big point scorer, big rebounder, and Owen Varnado is stepping in very well as Winkle hits his first of the night, and we see Alan Briggs, the freshman out of Michigan City, Indiana, step into the game for the Tigers.
Your neck of the woods there, Indiana.
Yeah, a little bit too north for me, but still love for my Indiana boys back home. As Winkle gets it tapping around the rim there, and Swartz almost able to get that offensive rebound. And Ryan, it's very clear early on, the transfer Parker Swartz out of Ohio Dominican, going to be huge for the Knights this season. Just a huge piece for them, especially filling in a little bit of a taller player out there.
Yeah, very aggressive there, crashing the boards, filling the lanes in transition, obviously getting up on the rim with the flush earlier, but he's looked good and impressive here.
Yeah, very impressive indeed. Backdoor cut for the Indiana native, but Chen goes the other way and blocked. No call there. We'll have an inbound opportunity for the Knights, but some great defense there from the Tigers. 2-on-1, able to get the block. Ressler inbounds to Varnado. Swartz finds Ekekeza under the rim. And he'll throw it up. 8-0 lead. 8 unanswered here for the Knights early on. Only 3 minutes into this one. And the Tigers will call a timeout here as we see Dane Harvey and number 32, Ty Horkey, the graduate student transfer from Kalamazoo, check into this one. And some early on substitutions for the Knights. Ryan, what have you been liking? What have you been seeing out there?
Yeah, I just think that on the offensive end for the Knights, they're just getting the basketball inside. We mentioned that height differential a couple minutes ago and how the Knights are going to try in the offensive end just to pound that basketball inside, and they've gotten really quality looks. They haven't even had to attempt a shot from behind the arc yet to this point in the game. And then on the opposite end, the Tigers, man, nothing going offensively. Got that one corner 3 that we were unable to knock down, but it's just that rhythm offensively is not there, and they're not able to handle that ball pressure of the Knights. So I'd like to see maybe a little bit more movement, disrupt them on the offensive, or on the defensive end, excuse me, with those transitions. Make them work a little bit more on the defensive end, tire them down on the offensive end, and see what you can go from there. Yeah,
most of this Knights offense so far is really from the defense that they've been playing. Steals, transition, all the works like you mentioned. They really haven't had to shoot anything outside as Ekekeza gets another hand on that ball. Be 19 to shoot as Briggs heads over to inbound for the Tigers. Hutchinson with it. Finds backdoor cut, stolen from Varnado, playing some more great defense. Harvey over to Horkey. Swartz to Horkey, over to Harvey. Working around the perimeter. A lot of H names on the floor right now for the Knights. Ekekeza driving, spinning, lays off the glass, around and in. Whoa.
Such a pretty finish there. I mean, the spin move, the inside hand, folks, that's not as easy as he just made that look.
Yeah, definitely not as easy. A little bit of finesse there. And the Knights are moving quick. Horky from 3. Bang! And that is good from the graduate student out of Kalamazoo. And the Knights are rolling.
He shot that one with some confidence there, Ryan. Didn't think twice about it as it found the back of the net.
And some great defense there from Harvey. And wow, the Knights rolling. The shot there, no hesitation in the shot. Swartz driving. And that'll head off of him. Blocked there from the Tigers as they send in a plethora of substitutions. And you know what? We have a media timeout. We get to come over here and meet the wonderful Ryan and Ryan. And I think you got an ad read for us, Ryan.
I do indeed. And tonight's game is brought to you by NAI Winsinski of West Michigan, providing all facets of commercial real estate services, including brokerage and property management throughout the entire West Michigan region and beyond. That's NAI Winsinski of West Michigan. You know, Ryan, for my first ad read, I don't think I did half bad.
I don't think you did either. You know, I was really rooting for one of those food ad reads.
Oh,
you know,
don't get me started.
I know. We have a lot of food ad reads, and we do get very hungry. I know. I only had 2 pieces of pizza for dinner, so you know the tummy's rumbling. We're getting a little antsy over here. So one of those food ad reads. You know, if Big E's comes on again, you know, I might get thinking about the podcast. Hopefully we'll get that going second semester with Dr. Timmer, and maybe even a sponsorship for Big E's. Maybe test some foods on the podcast, give some ratings. You know, maybe a little bit more of a sponsorship for Big E's. But nonetheless, some great food all around and sponsorships.
I'll tell you what, that might be a good off-season idea for us. Keep the folks entertained if they're not sick of us in the off-season. Little Ryan and Ryan food podcast.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you guys are annoyed of hearing us talk about food so much in the broadcast, but maybe we'll have to start that, Ryan and Ryan.
And you know, if they got a camera on us, we're some big boys. I think they should respect our opinions. We get out and we eat a lot. So very, very good opinions over here in the booth. I'm not a big spicy guy, so might not want my opinion on that. But I think Ryan will take all of those. And another potential steal there from Calvin. And Owen Varnado. And that'll be a timeout there, 30-second timeout from the Tigers, trying to get anything going on offense. And man, Ryan, this is just a massacre right now.
Yeah, this is not the ideal way that Grace Christian wanted to come into Van Ord Arena tonight. I mean, down 13-0, 13-0 scoring run from the beginning of the game. But I mean, if you just look at the stat sheet a little bit, although the Knights are up 13-0, played well enough defense to hold them to 0 points. The 3 turnovers through the first 4.5 minutes of play, that's a little excessive, and I know that Coach Saul is going to want his team to clean that up moving forward, especially playing a little bit of a tougher opponent. They'll make that hurt and turn that 3 into 6 points and make this a 5-point basketball game.
Yeah, those turnovers, huge. I know a few of those. Obviously, Owen Varnado just trying to go for a loose ball, turn it over there on the out of bounds. So that's not a huge one right there, but nonetheless, a few of these turnovers definitely want to cut down on those. And a foul there. And that'll be called on Owen Varnado, and definitely not happy with that one. And it'll be his first of the evening, and Grace Christian has an opportunity to put in their first points of the afternoon.
Yeah, you can just see the disappointment on Owen's face there. I don't think he was anywhere near that play, and they gave him that foul. I believe that foul should have been on number 23, Brady Ewing. He's the one that got the arm, but they gave it to Varnado, and to his disbelief, he was like, I was nowhere near. I was standing in the corner.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed. And wow, Varnado looking to go fast. The Tigers drop into a bit of a full court press, but not picking up Varnado. Tigers able to score their first 2 points of the game. Now only trailing by 11. Varnado with space in the paint, spinning, driving, and lays it in. Wow, a use of force in the paint.
You know, that's like when you're playing basketball with your dad and he just bully ball all the way into the paint and going up for the finish.
Yeah, definitely a use of force in the paint. Kick out to number 24, DeVisser, and no good. This Grace Christian squad 0 from behind the arc so far is Varnado with it. Step back, thought about it. Ewing over to Harvey. Trying to get Varnado inside. He does. Triple teamed out to Ekekeza. Over to Harvey from 3. Just long. Potential offensive rebound. Rebounded by Yorkie. And the Tigers will head the other way. But nonetheless, a great possession here from the Knights. Briggs with it, trying to drive, lays it off the glass, and one there for the freshman Allen Briggs out of Indiana.
Look out, back-to-back buckets. The scoring's starting to come alive for the Tigers, itching their way back in.
Getting things going a little bit in that timeout there from Coach Crombeen. And Varnado, Ekekeza, and Horkey will head off of the floor. We'll see Remersma as well as Mike Morris. Luca Ressler will also re-enter. Making the and one opportunity there is the freshman. Ressler heading the other way. Ewing over to Morris. Guarded closely from Briggs. Morris driving, lays off the glass and in. Wow, what a beauty with the left hand. And this Knights squad, it's an interesting mix, Ryan. They're playing fast, but they're playing very, very physical as well.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job at changing their pace, and that change of pace makes them so difficult to guard.
Yeah, very difficult. Another missed three-point try from Humphreys this time. Knights up by 12. Morris with it. Kicks into Remersma. Remersma out to Ressler. Baseline guarded closely. Back out to Morris. 11 seconds to shoot. Harvey now driving. Uncontested. Excuse me. Goes down. And spinning down. We'll get 2 shots.
I'll tell you what, a rare shot attempt there for Dane Harvey. I mean, he usually playing back to basket there does so much off ball for this team, whether it's a roll guy offensively setting a lot of screens, rolling off of that.
You said it right there.
Playing fantastic defense as well. One of the best defenders we've gotten to see live. Just has a gift and a feel on the defensive end of the floor.
Huge defensive specialist Dane Harvey as Parker Swartz heads into the game for Brady Ewing and Trevin Winkle getting ready to head in for Dane Harvey after the free throw shot. 13 minutes left on the clock, so not even halfway through half number 1. Harvey makes shot number 2. Knights lead by 13 now. Pretty comfortable here for the Knights, but obviously do not take the foot off the gas pedal. Humphreys now at the top of the key, kicks over to Burns. Inside now, spinning, guarded by Swartz. Knights back to playing really great defense out there. Humphreys into Briggs. Stolen there from Winkle. Winkle carries over to Morris. Morris driving, double teams, throws it up. Another foul here. And Ryan, the Knights are very close to being in the single bonus right now. 5 fouls for the Grace Christian Tigers so far. That'll be the second foul of the evening there for Aiden Burns. And the first miss there from Morris. Ryan could come huge. Obviously, maybe not in this one, but making those free throws, making those free points is huge in those close games as Morris 0 for 2 from the line.
Yeah, free throw shooting has been a struggle. We mentioned the turnovers early if we're being nitpicky, but man, the free throw shooting of the Knights needs to improve, especially moving into conference play and a good conference opponent.
100% Ryan. Another missed three-point try from the Tigers. Knights head the other way. Swartz over to Remersma, driving and blocked there. Number 24, Isaac DeVisser. Freshman out of Gull Lake. Humphreys kicked out to Richards. Ryan, really interesting. The Tigers really trying to play the perimeter a lot, and rarely are we seeing them drive in and get a shot. And really none open shots as Winkle backdoor cut out to Swartz from 3. That'll be long. Offensive rebound from Morris, and you said it right there, or I said it right there, excuse me, Ryan, but the Knights pounding the paint, pounding the paint, pounding the paint like you just saw there. And the Tigers just sticking around the perimeter, and it's not working. And really no uncontested shots inside for the Tigers so far.
Yeah, and I think it's just the Tigers unable to compete with that height difference right now. They got to be able to use their speed. They need to do something to get more in transition, and to be able to get in transition, utilize that speed, that run and gun style of play. That means get defensive stops, which they've been unable to do.
And really, on their end of the floor, they're getting bullied down low, and a three-point try made there from Quay Humphreys, the senior. And you said it, they got to start playing some defense, but really the Knights just playing bully ball down there in the paint, allowing themselves to get inside shots as Morris again in. Thought it was off the glass, no call there. And there it is in transition, 2 points for number 10, Aiden Burns. Wrestler driving out to Swartz, top of the key three, good. Nothing but net there from Parker Swartz.
Such a pretty jumper there from Swartz.
Man, an easy 5 points there for Parker Swartz within the first 10 minutes of this one. Humphreys, hand off to Briggs, over to Burns. Tigers get it inside, double team now, and possibly a jump ball. 3-second violation in the paint there, heading the Knights' way, and once again, another media timeout, and we'll have Owen Varnado, Uchenna Ekekeza, and Ty Horkey enter in once again. And Ryan, is it time for another one?
Oh, you know it. And folks, get those tummies ready. It's time to hear about Biggie's Sports Grill. If you're coming to Grand Rapids for a Calvin home game or any other university event, your home for accommodation is the Hilton Garden Inn, less than 1 mile south of campus. And while you are there, catch all the games on the big screens at Biggie's Sports Grill. And you know, Ryan, me and you will be there Sunday night.
Oh, we might have to partake, Ryan. I know a lot of good food over there. And nonetheless, I have not had to stay in Grand Rapids before except for the wonderful dorms at Calvin University. But if you're coming in and visiting for a game, you know, head over there to the Marriott. And you don't even have to drive over to the Big E's. You know, right across the way, sharing a parking lot, is the Marriott over there. So a wonderful place to stay, a wonderful place to eat, and a lot of great options here at Calvin University. Only like a 2-minute drive from campus, so very, very accessible as well.
Man, Ryan, although an engineering major, you might have a career in sales. You have me sold. I'll go to Biggie's right now. I'll leave the headset right here on the table.
Ryan's going to
tempt me with those mozzarella sticks.
He actually booked a hotel room at the Marriott. And we'll get things going as Horkey over to Winkle now. Midway through half number one, Varnado thought about it for a second, driving, lay off the glass and in, and wow, beautiful, using the physicality and just laying that off the glass, almost uncontested there, Ryan.
Yeah, pretty basket there from Owen Varnado, his second. Quick 4 points for him.
And I'm really loving the Knights sharing the love so far. We got multiple players with 4 points. Obviously, Parker Swartz leading with 5. And that'll be Knights basketball. And another turnover from the Tigers. Just continued pressure from this Knights squad, causing turnover after missed shot here for the Tigers early on. Knights lead now 15, 25-10. Full court pickup on Horkey. Ekekeza hands off to Swartz. Over to Varnado. Hand off to Ekekeza, look to drive. Shake and bake out to Horkey from 3. That one, no good, but a foul. 3 tries from the stripe now is Ty Horkey. And Ryan, that one looked really good from my angle, but just a bit off on the 3-point try. And that'll be Bankies Omari and his first foul of the evening.
Yeah, Ty Horkey, Ryan, the graduate transfer from Kalamazoo, but a Manchester, Michigan native and a Manchester High School alum, the rival high school of my high school, the Clinton Red Wolves, the Manchester Dutch. So rivals, but now we can root for him now that he's wearing the maroon and gold.
Definitely, for sure, Ryan. And making the second one after a few bounces there, and looking to go 3 for 3 from the line. We talked about it, huge for the Knights to be able to put in those free points, be able to put in those free throws. And number 3 for 3.
And I'll tell you what, man, I've seen this guy play basketball quite a few times, and one thing that is almost from the line every time is automatic. I'll knock on wood right now, but man, oh man, can he shoot the basketball?
Yeah, that's one thing we need to watch out for. And a quick pull there from number 5, Braden Gable, the junior, as he bangs from 3 from the top of the key. Knights lead still 15. Swartz guarded closely now, driving with the left. Back out to Horky, slowing things down. Driving baseline over to Ekekeza, to Winkle, thought about it from behind the arc, goes up strong, took a big body shot, no call there. Omari over to Fisher. Fisher driving against Ekekeza, flips over to Omari. Richards over to Gable, driving, shot fake, 15 to shoot. Handoff, Gable from 3, that one good. And the Knights lead 12 after 2 quick 3-pointers here from the Grace Christian. And Ekekeza says, anything you can do, I can do better. A famous Ryan Shearhart quote right here. And wow, a little bit of a flat shot, but nothing but net from Uchenna Ekekeza.
I'll tell you what, man, as a smaller guy myself, a guard, I always love to see the shootouts. If we want to get in a shootout, we want to go back and forth, I'm here for it all day.
I'm here for it too. A lot of 3-pointers would not be, I would not be opposed, to say the least, as Gable throws one off the glass, and that's good again.
And I will say, dunks are cool, but I don't know what the weather's like up there. Never been up there. But what I can tell you, it is so fun to watch good shooting guys shoot the basketball back and forth.
Yeah, if anything, if basketball was perfect, Ryan, I would hope for 3-pointers and dunks every time. We'd get a lot of excitement here in the booth. And Varnado driving in, strong offensive rebound over to Ekekeza, uncontested. And wow, it's just bully ball after bully ball for Owen Varnado in the paint. And wow, like, you can just tell he has put on size, he has put on physicality in the offseason, and it is very apparent.
Yeah, and you know what? Nothing really fancy and exciting about that last basket, but man, Knights doing a really good job of crashing those offensive boards and getting a good offensive rebound right there that led to a point. And if you do those little things, typically it'll show up on the scoreboard like it just did right there.
And Ryan, that right there will have an old-style coach drooling on the sideline there. An offensive rebound, flip over, and a nice left-hander off the little square on the backboard, just huge. And nonetheless, I believe we have our last media timeout of half number 1. And Ryan, do we have another read?
This month in Calvin Athletics history, presented by Applied Innovation. Today we highlight the 2012 Calvin's women's basketball team that captured the MIAA regular season and MIAA tournament titles and later advanced to the Elite Eight of the NCAA Division III tournament. The 2012 Calvin's women's basketball team, led by head coach John Ross, finished 28-2 overall and became the 3rd Calvin women's basketball team to reach the national quarterfinals of the NCAA Division III tournament. This month in Calvin Athletics history is presented by Applied Innovation, connecting Calvin alums for 35 years. And yet again, folks, there it is, Applied Innovation supplying them this month in Calvin Athletics history.
Yeah, huge there. A lot of successful Knights in the past. Like you said, 35 years, Applied Innovation there. That's something I want to look at, Ryan. We got a stat sheet here in front of us. The Knights shooting 12 for 18. A lot of those coming from the paint, but huge, 67% from the field. Just, wow, absurd numbers here, 60% from behind the arc. You can't ask anything better except when you get down to the free throws. 6 for 11, 55% from the stripe. Just a killer on the stat sheet there for the Knights, but nonetheless, getting things going, still sitting at that 3 turnovers, so huge for the Knights, no turnovers throughout the last 10 or so minutes, so taking care of the basketball, taking good shots, and taking them at a high percentage. 8 seconds to shoot here for the Tigers. Pass out to Gable. Ekekeza guarding, and that would have been a shot clock violation, stolen there from the Knights. Ekekeza feeds from Harvey across to Wrestler. Wrestler goes up around. Offensive rebound from Varnado. Goes up strong. And just over the basket there for Owen Varnado. 5:55 left to play. Gable over to Yorkie. And Yorkie driving in, throws off the glass and in. And a little bit of a softer foul, Ryan, especially from what we've been seeing on the Knights offensive end.
Yeah, but perhaps Yorkie going up through the contact, taking the hit, and getting the finish there, and finding himself at the free throw line to claw this one back to a 13-point game.
Yeah, the Grace Christian Tigers finally starting to get into this one, kind of sitting around that 13 to 15-point deficit right now. Parker Swartz heads off for Brady Ewing, and Yorkie not able to hit the and one try. Varnado gets the rebound, hands off to Ressler. Ressler from behind the arc, long. Ewing attempt to bat it away. Rebound from DeVisser. The freshman, the Tigers looking to strike. Hopefully bring it closer to a one-digit lead. And a three-point try there made from Banky's Amari, the senior, out of Maryland.
And look out, it's a 10-point game.
Now the Tigers crawling their way back into this one. And the Knights, backdoor cut from Ekekeza, up and under. Oh my! Wow, what a backdoor cut. What a finish.
And Uchenna Ekekeza has been so pretty today off ball. I mean, 11 points here. And most of his baskets have come off, setting a screen and just slipping to the hoops.
Yeah, huge here from Ekekeza, playing great defense, great offense, just great production from both sides. Three-point try, good there for number 24, Isaac DeVisser, and the Tigers heating up from behind the arc now. 9-point lead from the Knights. Ressler driving over to Ewing, thought about it from three. Driving, using his body. And that'll be a jump ball headed in the direction of the Tigers. Riemersma and Winkle head back in. Uchenna Ekekeza, Owen Varnado head off of this one. Ryan, if the Knights cannot get a stop here, if the Tigers could put one in, do you think Coach Bill Saul calls a timeout, try to get this momentum stopped?
I think you have to. I mean, anytime you're playing an opponent that's significantly less talented than you and your energy is just not there, it's just embarrassing. You know, and I think that right now the Knights are not playing their standard of basketball or their brand of basketball whatsoever. A lot of room for improvement moving in the second half, so I wouldn't be surprised if in halftime Coach Saul gets the squad fired up moving into half number 2.
And wow, what a shot there from Zach Yorkie. Step back jumper from three, just a bit short. Knights will head the other way, looking to bring this back into double digits. Here, kicking it around the perimeter. Winkle now, double team down low. Kick out to Ewing from three, way long, off the backboard, and that's all it hit. Rebound from the freshman Briggs, headed the other way. Three-point try from the Tigers. And in transition, once again, Winkle, no numbers. Hands off to Harvey, gets it inside to Ressler. Ressler inside, gets it stolen, and interesting no call. Spinning off the glass and in there for number 22, Graydon Hutchinson, and there you have it, folks. 7-point lead there for the Knights, and Coach Bill Saul call 30-second timeout.
Yeah, and while Coach Saul talks to his squad, we'll hear about Lake Michigan Credit Union in the Calvin Women's Athletic Spotlight. And today's Calvin Women's Sports Report is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. The Calvin Women's swimming and diving team under the direction of head coach Dan Gelderloos is currently ranked 15th in the country. The Knights are 4-1 in dual meet competitions and own several of the times in Division III this season. The Knights are hosting their own Calvin Winter Invitational this weekend and are expected to break a handful of school, pool, and meet records. Once again, today's Calvin Women's Sports Report is presented by Lake Michigan Credit Union. And such a nice pool we have here at Calvin University. I mean, man, oh man, that whole aquatic center is something special. And if you're ever in Van Ord Arena or the Spoolhof Fieldhouse complex, it's something you definitely want to go check out.
Yeah, very nice indeed. And Ryan, I was sitting on at a little seminar, a little engineering seminar the other day, and maybe a little bit of a spoiler alert for you guys at home, but Calvin University looking to put some solar panels in, possibly could be seeing some solar panels on top of the swim arena, Spoolhof Arena as in general, pretty soon. So something to look out for if you're sitting at home, maybe researching a little bit, but possibility of some solar panels on some roofs at Calvin University very, very soon. Parker Swartz with it now, 3 minutes left to play. Kicks over to Riemersma. No good from behind the arc. Tipped out from Winkle. Riemersma gets the rebound over to Ressler. Ressler to Winkle, over to Swartz. Swartz driving, 13 to shoot. Winkle now slowing things down. 8 seconds to shoot. Taken away. Foul there from the Tigers. And that'll go to number 11. Number 3, Alan Briggs, the freshman. That'll be his first. Ekekeza, Varnado, and Horky will check back in for Harvey, Ressler, and Riemersma. And the Knights in the bonus now. Winkle to the line for a 1-and-1. Winkle hits his first, get a chance at number 2. Knights lead back up 2-8. Winkle 2 for 2 from the line, improving that Calvin free throw percentage. Ryan, I don't know if you heard me, but I mentioned it, 55% up until that point. So huge there for the Knights to make some freebies.
And right now, if you take a look at the score, I mean, single-digit lead right now, a couple more free throws falling, and it's well into double digits in this basketball game. Looks completely different.
Yeah, huge are those free points, and a three-point try not able to be made there from Burns. Varnado, three-point, no good. Winkle gets it poked away, and that'll be a foul on Trevin Winkle. Michael Morris looks to check back into this one. And Winkle picks up his first on the afternoon. 2:14 left to play in Van Noord. 9-point lead for the Knights. Hutchinson has the ball for the Tigers over to DeVisser. DeVisser to Yorkie. Thought about it for a second, was Briggs spinning, finding a backdoor cut there off the glass. No good there from Burns. Again, no good from Burns. And rebound, grabbed from Horky. Horky driving out to Swartz. Swartz thought about it. This time driving, lays off the glass, no good. Ryan, it seems like the Knights are just a little bit sped up here in transition, not taking a few of those shots that they possibly have from behind the arc and trying to drive in where it's heavily contested.
Yeah, and it almost just seems a little bit too nonchalant on the offensive end.
Totally agree with you right there, Ryan. A little bit too nonchalant and almost a lack of confidence in their three-point shooting ability. And the Tigers pull another one. Horky now with it. Kicks forward to Swartz. And just too long, Horky trying to find Swartz for a wide open feed. And just a little bit long there. And 1:04 left to play. 9-point lead still. And the Knights, Ryan, if they can get another possession to have the opportunity to go in, try to get fouled. Any sort of a foul is free throws.
Definitely.
Christian King with it now over to Briggs. Briggs to DeVisser, driving in. Backdoor cut, bringing it back out around the perimeter. King calling a play, 10 seconds to shoot on the shot clock. Over to Yorkie. 5 seconds to shoot. Shepard over to Briggs, deep. Downtown shot, 3-second differential between the game and shot clock. Ekekeza in the corner, driving baseline, up and under, off the glass and in, and Ekekeza, wow. No shot clock, 18 left to shoot.
And a big bucket there, Ryan, to extend the lead back to double digits.
Yeah, huge there from Ekekeza, able to get up and under. And just really his spot down there, down low, getting those up and under shots. 5 seconds to shoot now for the Tigers. Yorkie step back, air ball. And that'll be it for half number one. And wow, that was short.
Yeah, well short there on that last shot attempt try. But man, oh man, a rough first half of basketball from both sides. I don't think both sides playing well to either of their standards. But we'll catch you back for the second half here in about 15 minutes.
Calvin Game Day shooting game. If you'd like to participate, please come to the floor now. The winners will receive a vintage pink Calvin jersey. All right, this is a different type of shooting game. This is a rock, paper, and scissors shoot. Everybody on the floor needs to find a partner to play one single round of rock, paper, scissors. If you lose, then you're out. If you win, you'll find another partner to play, and then you play them. We'll continue this until we have a champion. Are we ready, contestants? 3, 2, 1, let's go! Give the names of our championship round contestants. All right, champions, bring it over here for the championship round. Who we got? Dustin. Dustin and who's our other contestant? Dustin. Who are you playing? Dustin wins. Rock over scissors. Congratulations to Dustin Vanderlock for winning the Calvin Game Day halftime shooting contest, rock paper scissors edition. We'll turn it over to the pet man at this time.
folks, welcome back to beautiful Van Noord Arena in Grand Rapids, Michigan, where we'll take on some second half action between your Calvin Knights and the Tigers from Grace Christian University. Ryan, you know, a little bit of a letdown end of half number one. Obviously pretty big scoring half for the Knights, but letting the Tigers back into this one a little bit. 11-point lead here for the Knights. Looking back at the stat sheet, 52% shooting from the Knights, 33 from behind the arc, and 61 from the stripe. Obviously, that's got to be improved there. And the Tigers not getting to the free throw line very much, 3 for 4, so 75%. But looking at the shooting, 37% and 5 for 16 from 3 points. So maybe the Tigers need to kind of adjust their shift a little bit. Like you said, maybe get a little bit more of that transition going. 9 turnovers, huge for the Tigers so far. A lot of turnovers in cause to that Knights defense and really not allowing them to get in the paint at all.
Yeah, definitely. The one thing, too, is the rebound battle. Whoever wins that rebound battle at the end of the stat sheet usually ends up winning the game, and the Knights up by 5 rebounds right now, and being a smaller squad, I mean, you're expected to get out-rebounded, excuse me, but you got to do everything in your power to kind of bring that margin closer and closer and closer in and try to make that as even as possible and not allow the Knights to get second chance buckets, which they've gotten so easy here and did so often in that first half. And then if you're the Knights, you've got to be efficient. Man, oh man, it was rough to watch that offensive edge. And although they put up 39 points, it should have been 50, 60. I would even say 70 on a good night.
Yeah, 100%, Ryan. I want to draw your attention to the bottom of the stat sheet. Points in the paint. Calvin with 22, Grace Christian with 10. And the Knights could quite possibly have 30 points in the paint in that first half, Ryan. A lot of missed, I like to call them bunnies down low, really just layups under there, missing a few of those. A little bit contested, but the Knights have got to get those, got to get the free throws down, and looking for them to come out hot. Obviously, Coach Bill Saw is going to have his team ready to come out, and they're going to come out hot, let me tell you. And Coach Saul got the starting lineup out here right now. Would not be surprised if we see a very quick bucket, a turnover from the Tigers based off the Knights' great defense, and for them to jump out to a very early extension of the lead. Knights starting out with the ball here. A pretty full lower bowl here in Van Noord Arena. The Knight Nation showing up, showing out as Uchenna Ekekeza gets things rolling. The Knights moving around the perimeter well. Varnado posting up inside. Huge height disadvantage. Almost an and one as it bounces in and out. And Varnado will head to the line for 2 shots. And that'll be number 1, Banquise Omari's second foul on the evening.
Yeah, and we'll see if the Knights can be more efficient here, getting to the line early, knocking them down and taking those free points when given to them.
Yeah, we saw a lot of fouls early on for the Tigers in half number 1, and really no fouls for about a 10-minute period between the 12-minute and the 2-minute mark, keeping the Knights out of that bonus for a very, very long time as Owen Varnado 1 for 2 from the stripe. Lead extends to 12. Like we talked about, still got to get above that 50-60% shooting from the stripe. 3-point try from Gable out and rebounded there from Varnado. Yeah, Ekekeza down the floor over to Ressler. Slowing things up after a screen from Varnado. Again, size disparity underneath. Varnado using his physicality, kicks out to Ressler. Wide open 3-point try. Good to start us off in half number 2. And that'll be a 15-point lead for the Calvin Knights on the Ressler shot.
Yeah, pretty 3-point stroke there from Ressler. Hopefully he can find it here in this half. And we've seen him so many times when that first one falls, it typically falls in bunches for him. Such a hot, streaky shooter.
Yeah, hot, streaky. We really didn't see him shoot much at all in half number 1. So really good to see him really gain that confidence. Obviously, confidence is already there, but really have that opportunity for the outer perimeter shot. And 2 shots here for Zach Yorkie, and that foul will go to Owen Varnado, his second of the evening. You know, Ryan, kind of jumping back to that half number 1, Owen Varnado picking up his second foul, but that first one really not taking too much of a toll. Really was Brady Ewing's foul, to be completely honest. And not able to make his first was Yorkie. And 1 for 2 from the line. Really kind of a theme here tonight. 50% from the stripe. Wrestler double screen from Winkle and Varnado. Once again, Varnado gets it underneath. Powering his way. Wrestler almost able to keep it in. And Coach Bill Saul not happy there with the baseline official. Thought that should have been a foul there. Drawn by Owen Varnado. Yorkie driving against Varnado. Takes it around, picks up the dribble around the top of the key, kicks over to Hutchinson. Hutchinson driving, 8 to shoot. Picks up, blocked there by number 2, Parker Swartz. Wrestler heads the other way. Screen from Varnado. Looking to kick out to Ekekeza. Ekekeza to Swartz, over to Winkle. Corner shot from Varnado, no. Slam dunk! Oh my! And in the face, Owen Varnado, way to get things rolling. Knights by 16. Wow. That was... And a three-point try there from Omari. A little bit of an answer to the Varnado slam, but that definitely got Van Noord Arena up and rolling. Varnado gets it again. Backdoor cut from Ekekeza, up and under. And Uchenna Ekekeza, 15 on the evening. All right under the hoop there. Swartz jumping. Passes out to Hutchinson now. Driving baseline against Wrestler. Kicks over, three-point try from Omari again, bang! And that will be 12-point lead now for the Knights. Omari heating up from behind the arc. The senior out of Maryland. Varnado thought about it. Over to Winkle. Possible backdoor cut from Ekekeza, driving as Winkle, kicks over to Ekekeza. Winkle, 9 to shoot, spinning. Foul on the floor. Ty Horky will head in. The next dead ball. And he'll head in here. Luca Wrestler heads off. Ekekeza to inbound, 20 to shoot, reset the shot clock. Some great defense there by the Tigers, able to inbound to Swartz. Horky with it, hands off. No. Gets it into Winkle, 8 to shoot. Posting up inside, double teamed. Throws out to Ekekeza, wide open shot, bang! And Uchenna Ekekeza up to 18. Extending the Knights lead to 15. Passing the 50-point mark, and Uchenna Ekekeza hot. Gable from 3, the other end, no good. Poked away, Gable, and 1. And a foul there from Uchenna Ekekeza. And that'll be his second
Can we just,
on the evening.
Can we just pause for a moment before we get to this ad read to just acknowledge the fact that Uchenna Ekekeza has 18 points? Such a quiet 18, but it's been such an efficient 18 with him scoring the basketball.
Just a hot shooter here tonight. Knights lead by 13, and Ryan, take it away.
You know, it's time for what has to be our favorite advertisement as a couple of baseball players here. Papa Skip and Skipper and Osterink planning for success. Wealth Management and fans, tonight's featured Calvin men's basketball student athlete planning for success. Honoree is Luca Wrestler. Luca is a guard from Caledonia, Michigan. A junior, Luca is an exercise major. He is a Calvin's Dean List student, holding a grade point average above a 3.5. That's tonight's planning for success feature, presented by Skipper and Osterink Wealth Management, providing financial solutions and services to help you plan for success. And again, folks, that is Skipper and Osterink Planning for Success Wealth Management. And we see up here at Van Noord Arena a nice gold plaques of some of our sponsors, and Skipper and Osterink up there along with Chick-fil-A, Applied Innovation, and LMCU.
Yeah, huge there, and really great to kind of admire and honor our sponsorships here. And we'll head for an and one opportunity for the junior Braden Gable out of Granville, Michigan. And Ryan, take a look at the stat sheet. Knights 100% from the field to start half number 2, so hot shooting indeed. 11 points through 4 minutes so far.
And that hot shooting is exactly what this Calvin Knights team needed to come out in the second half with. Playing well in the defensive end, I mean, holding their team to 38 points here through 24 minutes of play, but man, oh man, the offense has been lackadaisical at times.
And Ekekeza from the corner scraped a little bit of rim. Offensive rebound from Morris. Horky gets it into Swartz. Swartz with a size advantage and a block called there on number 22, Graydon Hutchinson. And that'll be his first. And Swartz is wide open there for a moment. Inbound to Varnado. Alley-oop there. Owen Varnado to Parker Swartz. Easy 2 points for really, the sophomore.
Really impressive placement there in that pass for Varnado, finding his teammate in a position where only he could catch the basketball and go up with it.
Yeah, very, very good. And another, looks like a moving screen there. Number 22, Graydon Hutchinson, picking up number 2 very, very quickly. And Ty Horky will take it up the floor for the Knights. 14-point lead, 15-15 left to play. Varnado thought about it. Shot fake over to the corner to Horky. Driving baseline, kicks over. Morris keeps it on the Knight half. Underneath. And a travel there from Morris as he's mauled underneath. Gavin Fisher, the senior, out of Grand Rapids, carrying it up the floor, handoff to Hutchinson. Guarded by Horky. Gable underneath, driving against Varnado. An interesting call there on Owen Varnado, kind of just standing still. Gable really lowering the shoulder into Varnado, but unfortunately with the size of Varnado, Gable taking most of the hit.
Yeah, it's going to be the third on Varnado, so he's got to be careful. Needs to stay in this game.
Yeah, really, Ryan. That first foul on him that wasn't really his, kind of starting to come back and cost him a little bit. And a three-point try there, long for number 23, Gavin Fisher. Horky over to Swartz. Swartz spinning, driving out to Morris. Morris lays it off the glass, around toilet bowl, no good. Yorkie handoff to Gable. Gable tries to pass almost through Yorkie and not able to get it to him. King and Humphreys enter this one. Varnado has to head off. Dane Harvey enters this one. Huge defensive specialist. Look to see a bunch of assists, a bunch of steals, a bunch of rebounds out of Dane Harvey over there in the corner. Knights moving around the perimeter. Ekekeza driving, hits Horky. Opportunity. Ekekeza had a back door there. Ekekeza driving now, 8 to shoot. Back out to Horky from 3. That one good. And Horky, wow, hot hand from behind the arc, and the Knights sharing the love here tonight, up to 9 points on the afternoon.
Yeah, the Manchester, Michigan native knocking him down from deep tonight.
Knocking him down indeed. Knights lead 17. Wow. Wow, really interesting call there. Parker Swartz will pick up his second on the afternoon as Dane Harvey was able to get like a piece of that ball. Zach Yorkie will inbound, the Millington, Michigan native. Yorkie inside against Harvey. Lays it in. Over the rim, 15-point lead.
Yeah, nice little spin move right there with the left.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Able to get it over Harvey. Backdoor cut from Ekekeza again. 20 points.
And after that, we'll head over to another food ad read. So
Wow.
get your stomachs ready at home for some Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A is a proud sponsor of Calvin University Athletics. Download the Chick-fil-A app while at the game today. Create an account and enable location services. And a free original chicken sandwich will be uploaded for you to use at the 28th and Beltline or Cascade locations. And Ryan, we never went and got that chicken sandwich that we were talking about in our last broadcast.
Yeah, I might have to go snag one of those. Knights lead by 17. Coach Bill Saul not happy. Obviously, the Grace Christian Tigers able to put a few in here recently and really not happy with the calls on a few of his players, taking Owen Varnado out of the game here pretty early on. And the Knights still shooting very well in the second half. 7 for 9, 3 for 4 from behind the arc in the high 70s. So if it's a grade point average, maybe we're in the C's, but if we're shooting percentage, a very good one indeed. And the Knights will head out of the full timeout. 13:02 left to play. Knights lead still 17, but nonetheless, we saw the Knights kind of take that foot off the gas pedal at the end of the first half. So obviously a wide margin right now, but nonetheless cannot let that margin creep closer. We did see the Tigers get within 7 in half number 1. King with the ball for the Tigers over to Humphreys. Gable driving against Harvey. Back out to Humphreys. Humphreys to Yorkie. 9 seconds to shoot. Fisher driving out to King. Yorkie takes a shot off the front of the rim. No good. Ekekeza carrying it up, trailed, and stolen from behind for Ekekeza. 2-on-2 down the floor, stolen by Dane Harvey. Knights moving the other way. Winkle with it. Goes up, off the glass and in. Trevin Winkle going in strong. Ryan, really loved that opportunity from Winkle, going in strong, able to lay it off the glass.
Yeah, definitely attacking the lane, downhill, getting to his spot and going up. And being strong and finishing off the glass. Pretty finish in transition there from Winkle.
The Knights still playing a lot of great defense. Lead is 19. Yorkie over to King, causing a lot of shot clock disparity here. Spinning, King lays it off, no good. Varnado grabs the rebound. Kicks over to Varnado, over to Harvey in the corner. Backdoor cut. Varnado almost in the paint, spinning over to Ekekeza. Ekekeza up strong, no good. Offensive rebound. No, gets it stolen. King heading the other way. Guarded by Harvey. Deep three-point try from Fisher. Snagged rebound by Winkle. Ekekeza heading down, heads over. Corner for Harvey. Three-point try, good for Dane Harvey. And a corner specialist over there from behind the arc. The Knights lead extends to 22. King guarded by Horky. And another turnover here for the Tigers.
And I think it's safe to say there was a little bit of miscommunication there. Most definitely expecting a backdoor cut.
An immediate timeout here, bringing you back to the booth. And Ryan, do we have another ad read?
We do indeed have another ad read, and we're going to go back and talk about NAI Wazinski. And today's game is brought to you by NAA Wazinski of West Michigan, providing all facets of commercial real estate services, including brokerage and property management throughout the entire West Michigan region and beyond. That's NAI Wazinski of West Michigan.
Yeah, Ryan, helping you save that money, NAI Wazinski, and, you know, definitely could use some of that money savings on those property management, Ryan. You know, maybe get an extra Chipotle bowl, maybe get some, you know, we always revert back to the food. Maybe we need to start reverting maybe to some technology, maybe, I don't even know, my mind's going blank. Maybe a new PS5, you may be able to save up for one of those.
I tell you what, then I can stop playing Fortnite in your dorm room.
I know, yeah.
You can get me off the couch. I mean, I probably overstay my welcome sometimes. They're playing Fortnite on your sofa you got in there, but
See, if I got a PS5, maybe you wouldn't leave. maybe we need to stick with the Xbox One and kind of keep it on the downgrade.
Hey,
but
you get the PS5, you can sell me with that Xbox One with a little bit of that money we're making here tonight, being in the booth with you guys.
Very true, Ryan, and that'll get things going. And NAI Wysinski there, helping with property management. Trevin Winkle gets things going. Wrestler from behind the arc, looked good off the side of the rim. 10.5 left to play. Kicks out to Humphreys. 3-point try, good.
Humphreys' second triple there of the night, knocking it down. Hit that step back a little bit earlier last half, and then knocking it down in transition right there.
Yeah, Ryan, pretty deep too, as the Knights trying to respond here, up 19. Riemersma back into this one. Varnado's got to be careful. And a travel there from a new face, number 22, JT McGillen, a freshman out of Hamilton, Michigan. Humphreys with it once again. Just passing that threshold. And Humphreys pull back left Varnado a little bit shaken up, but nonetheless able to keep him in front. Winkle now guarding a spinning Alan Briggs, able to lay it in, and that'll be his 5th point of the afternoon. Wrestler finding Varnado, double teamed as he gets fouled there by number 2, Keontae Richards. That'll be his first on the afternoon. Inbound to Varnado, over to Winkle. Looking for the backdoor cut for McIlwain. Varnado, huge pass over McIlwain. Over to Riemersma. Riemersma off the glass, uncontested as he drives baseline. Beautiful cut there from Riemersma, using his body and jumping abilities well. Winkle goes straight up, no foul there as Alan Briggs throws up a shot. Riemersma in transition over Winkle from behind the arc. That one will be long. Rebound from Humphreys. And a ball batted out from Luca Wrestler. As Parker Swartz heads back into this one. Trevin Winkle heads off. And getting a little bit quick there, just under 9 minutes left to play. Backdoor cut from Richards. Kicks out to Humphreys. 3-point try, no good. Pure shooter in Humphreys. Varnado over to Swartz from behind the arc. Looked good. McIlwain gets the rebound. Swartz thought about number 2. Riemersma with it. Has some space over to Wrestler. 14 to shoot. Almost loses it. Wrestler has an opportunity. Goes up. Oh, my goodness. And Owen Varnado fouled and thought Luca Wrestler had the spin on that one. Nonetheless, Owen Varnado will head to the line for 2 shots. Now will be gifted to number 3, Alan Briggs, the freshman, his 2nd on the evening. And you know, Ryan, have you noticed anything different after that last media timeout from the Knights? It seems like a little bit just late on the decisions, a little late on the shots.
And it comes back to that just lack of energy out there on the floor. I mean, I think the Knights kind of just strolled in here tonight knowing that it was going to be a blowout victory, and just playing like that. We mentioned a little bit lackadaisical on the offensive end.
Yeah, 100%, Ryan. Obviously, Owen Varnado hits his first crucial number 2, unable to hit. 1 for 2, still your storyline for the night from the stripe. Richards driving, kicks out to DeVisser. Briggs driving against Riemersma, out to Richards. 10 to shoot, Richards fade away,
wow.
Good. Wow.
I'll tell you what, there's nothing prettier than a nice mid-range jump shot, and we saw it right there, just getting to that spot on the elbow, rising up in front of the bottom of the net.
Yeah, very beautiful indeed, and Nothing but net there from the junior. Varnado with it. Over to McIlwain. Good from behind the arc, the freshman. Hanging out. And huge. His first points of the afternoon. 3-point try there from Omari. No good, the senior. Knights still moving fast. Varnado over to Swartz. Riemersma downtown. No good. Offensive rebound from Ressler. Gets it up off the glass and in. Luca Ressler. Huge points for him, his 7th on the evening.
Nice job there, getting the offensive rebound and putting it back. And if you're the Tigers, it's the last thing you want is to give this team second chance opportunities.
Yeah, second chance opportunities are going to kill you here, Ryan. And deep try there from Humphreys, no good. Riemersma now with it over to Varnado. Thought about it, driving in off the glass. Wow, Ryan, Varnado, physical, no contention there underneath.
And he's like a freight train moving downhill. So tough to stop. So athletic, so strong.
Hitting double digits there is Owen Varnado up to 10. Richards driving, kicks out to Omari. Thought about it from 3. He'll take a shot, no good. Offensive rebound from Richards. Richards driving. And that'll stay, that'll head the Knights' way. Huge plethora of subs as we see Uchenna Ekakeza, Michael Morris, Trevin Winkle, and Ty Horkey head into this one. And we'll have one last media timeout here with 6:12 remaining. And Ryan, what do we have?
We have my personal favorite, Big E's. If you're coming to Grand Rapids for a Kelvin home game or any other university event, your home for accommodation is the Hilton Garden Inn, less than 1 mile south of campus. And while you're there, catch all the games on the big screens at Big E's Sports Grill and catch it with Ryan and a couple of our other buddies on Sunday night. Going to be there watching some football, eating some good food. I tell you what, we couldn't take it anymore after having to read this ad about twice a week.
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore. I'm excited for Big E's, excited to get down there. And my personal favorite, Ryan, those cheese sticks. Not your normal cheese sticks, not your normal freezer-bought cheese sticks. Those things are big. They got some girth. They're very cheesy, I will say. Almost like just like a block of cheese just shoved in the fryer, but nonetheless, it all melts. It's all very, very good. And it might fall apart in your hand, but a lot of cheese. You boys up there from Wisconsin, you guys will love it.
And hey, and I'll tell you what, it's very seldom, very rare you ever offer me some food off your plate. But man, you had an entire meal coming and you offered me not 1, but 2 of those cheese sticks. So that tells you how big they were if they didn't fill you up.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. You could almost make a full meal out of those 4 cheese sticks, Ryan. Just unreal. Everything really, a very large portion size at Big E's.
You know, you think we ever just make the people at home hungry? I mean, luckily for them, the fridge isn't too far away, but man, I'm hungry and Nolecrest is closed, but what a finish right there on the offensive end from the Knights.
What a finish there, Ryan. Ty Horkey, obviously, this is our first time able to see the graduate student, but up to 11 points, very impressive. Him and Schwartz doing a really good job, along with the opportunities there from JT McIlwain, the freshman. We'll have a foul on Trevin Winkle. That'll be his 2nd of the evening. The Knights with 1 foul to give. And the Tigers with 0 as Keontae Richards heads to the line. The junior not able to make his first free throws. Coming very limited here.
And I'll tell you what, I mentioned growing up in high school, being rivals with the high school that Ty Horkey attended, Manchester High School, but scoring the basketball, I mean, as we see Ty Horkey with 11 here tonight is nothing new to him. Had 58 points in 1 game his senior year, so definitely can score the basketball. Averaged close to, I believe, 32 in his senior season there at Manchester. Was just an absolute scoring machine, and like I mentioned, scored 58 in 1 game his senior year.
Yeah, that's crazy, Ryan. I can't even imagine putting in 58 points, to be completely honest with you, as he heads to the line. 1-on-1 opportunity. And these teams got to stop fouling, Ryan. Just unnecessary fouls. Obviously, the Knights already in the bonus. Horkey with the 1-and-1. Sinking his first. Horkey perfect already from the line. And for you, those at home, I made sure to knock on wood. Don't blame it on the announcer. I'm already 0 for 1 from the line in the women's category. Ryan over there is 0 for 2, so I think I'm beating him by a little bit. And Horky not able to make his second, excuse me.
Yeah, and just a horrible night for the Knights at the free throw line. Wouldn't be surprised if some free throws are implemented tomorrow at practice.
Yeah, definitely would not be surprised, Ryan. And the Tigers looking to claw their way back, get anything going on offense as Richards now 10 seconds to shoot, driving against Swartz, hands off to DeVisser. Started now from Horky. 3 seconds to shoot. Just got to throw it off the glass. And number 13, Quentin Humphreys. A lot of points for him, only 8. Winkle kicks over to Swartz from behind the arc. No good. Offensive rebound for Morris, then out. And downtown, Ty Horky. Wow. Gets the offensive rebound. Passed over to him, and wow, just a deep shot there from Horky. Knights lead 28.
Yeah, shot that one with some confidence.
And Humphreys playing a little bit more of our sport than basketball as he chucks that one off the rim.
I'll tell you what, better basketball player than he is quarterback right there.
Yeah.
That's going to be an incompletion.
And that one will head off the backboard. 4:30 left to play. Full court press here from the Tigers. Not picking up Swartz full court press though, but Ryan, something I want to point out. Parker Swartz, 6'7", and he's technically listed as a forward, but almost moving as a guard out here, shooting like a guard, driving like a guard as he's fouled on the floor. That'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity for him as that one will head over to Zach Yorkie, excuse me. But Ryan, that's dangerous. 6'7" and moving like a guard.
Yeah, just adds to that length of this Calvin Knights team. I mean, imagine if Overway was out there as well. I mean, if Overway was in this lineup, you'd have 6 feet 10 inches with him, 6'4" with Ekakeza, 6'6" with Vernado, and then adding Schwartz to that mix at 6'7". I mean, for a Division III roster, that's some length.
Yeah, 100% there, and Knights and Swartz look to add to the lead, almost making it 30, lead 29 right now. Swartz off the front of the rim again, 1 for 2 from the line. Still, Knights have got to improve. 4 minutes left to play. A cutting Briggs as he lays that one off the glass and in. 7 points on the evening for the freshman, Alan Briggs. Pass over to Swartz. Morris now. Drop step goes up. Almost off the glass, not able to finish. Yorkie driving, kicks out to Burns. Burns 3-point try, off the glass, no good. Sending it forward to Horky.
Knights getting that basketball up quick, still pushing tempo.
Yeah, I love the pressure. Obviously, there's things to improve on for the Knights. And interestingly, we will have a media timeout here. 3:23 left to play. And Ryan, do we have any more media ad reads, or are we just kind of talking through this?
That's it, man.
It's
just you and me. They get to hear our beautiful voice over here in the booth. But I'll tell you what, Ryan, I mean, the Knights 79 points here tonight. I mean, with still plenty of time to play and add to that, but so many points left at the free throw line, and it just shows that these Calvin Knights, even on not their best night, are still more than capable of putting up an abundance of points in a hurry. So really able to lock in on the defensive end and hold this Grace College Tigers team to 52 points as well.
Yeah, doing a really good job holding the Grace Tigers. But really it comes down to it. The Knights kind of just getting lackadaisical in a few spots. Obviously, it's going to happen. It's going to happen in these types of games. But Coach Bill Saul getting on his team as he should a few times. Lead now 27 as we're getting things rolling. That'll probably be, hopefully, be our very last timeout of this one. Knights still in the single bonus. 2 more fouls, gets them in the double. would love to see just kind of this one just play out, Ryan. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of huge physical plays from either of these squads. But nonetheless, Horky in there, guarded by Burns. 15 seconds to shoot. Horky lays it off the glass in. Wow. What a finish there from Horky as he has 17.
And I told y'all he could score the basketball in a variety of ways. And look at that. You don't stumble upon 58 points in one game by only having one trick in that bag. It's definitely getting deep in his bag of tricks there, going up with a scoop finish with the right hand.
Yeah, 100% there, Ryan, and Horky now with it again. And we got some substitutions coming in for the Knights. Horky driving, lays it off the glass, not able to get it. Rebound for Briggs. Briggs going to go up now. Lays it off the glass and in. Horky taking the ball at the floor over to Swartz. Winkle now with it. And Winkle calling a timeout for subs. Heading into this one, Brady Ewing, JT McIlwain. Along, Dane Harvey stays in the game. Also, Bryce O'Mara, a freshman, comes into this one along with 20, Ben Hagel, a freshman out of Byron Center. McIlwain with it, swings over. Brady Ewing with it now. Ewing driving, 10 to shoot. Stolen by the Tigers. Dane tried to get a block there. Initially does. Harvey now with it. 2 minutes on the clock. Over to Ewing. Hagel with it. Finds McIlwain. To Harvey from three. That one good from behind the arc, and Dane Harvey increases his point count to 7. And folks, make sure to stick with us after the game. Exclusive interview with head coach of the Calvin Knights, Bill Saul, talking about the game, leading scorers, improvements, probably talking about the free throws here. And a three-point try there from Omar. A three-point try from the freshman as the bench for the Knights explodes. Lead back up to 31. Block there from JT McIlwain, the freshman out of Hamilton. One minute left to play. Gable over to Shepard. Deep try there from Yorkie. Shepard with it again. Kicks over to Gable. Gable from three. That one good from the top of the key. 59 for the Tigers.
14 points now for Braden Gable.
Yeah, huge there from Braden Gable. As Dane Harvey gets it in, that'll be out of bounds. Knights to inbound. Harvey to inbound. 2 more possessions, 1 for either squad, respectfully. O'Mara from three, no good. Dane Harvey gets a tip. Heading the other way is Briggs. Briggs goes up, foul on the shot, so foul there on Brady Ewing, the sophomore. His first foul. 2 shots here from Alan Briggs. Briggs, it will make both. 1 second differential between the game and the shot clock. Knights still looking to score with the reserves. Backdoor cut from Hagel. Not able to put it in there, and Yorkie heading the other way. Shepard Dribbling it out, 10 seconds to shoot. Kicks out to Briggs. Yorkie from 3. That one, no good. And that'll do it for the Knights. 87-61, your final score from Van Noord Arena. An emphatic win here from the Knights, but obviously not exactly what they were looking for. Definitely areas to clean up there.
Yeah, it wasn't always at times pretty, and at times was way too close, but the Knights were able to get the job done here and get a victory on the home floor on a Friday night in front of the home crowd. And at the end of the day, it doesn't always matter how it looks, but you'll chop it up as a W in the scorebook.
Yeah, 100%. And folks, make sure to stick with us here for an exclusive interview with Coach Bill Saul. And nonetheless, the Knights still shooting at that very low, near 50% free throw. As we get the stat sheet here, 57% from the stripe. So nonetheless, that has got to improve as we see here. And Coach Bill Saul taking a minute to speak with the team. And just an emphatic win here for everybody. Uchenna Ekekeza with 20, along with Ty Horkey with 17. So sharing the love all around here at Van Noord Arena. And here comes Coach Bill Saul for the interview.
Hey, nice sweater.
Hey, Coach, congrats on the win. You know, just kind of some general thoughts on the win and the game entirely.
Yeah, I mean, it had ebb and flow to it a little bit, right? Some good intensity in moments, and other times not as much. You know, I think, man, it'd been nice to make a few more free throws. We're struggling there a little bit, but we're the good free throw shooting team. I think we'll figure that out. You know, offense right now sometimes looks good, sometimes it's a little bit of a struggle, but you know, we're still working with that. Great game by Horkey. You know, man, it was great to see him come and get some scoring punch. So that was great to see. We certainly need that as we continue on. You know, in the second half, it kind of got the ball inside, and I thought that really helped us out quite a bit. Got some good inside out and made some shots, so that was very helpful. But yeah, I mean, a good win. Lots of stuff to work on.
Yeah, for sure, Coach. I know you mentioned the free throws. Obviously, going to be working on those. But something to mention, your defense causing a lot of possession issues, a lot of turnovers for the Tigers there, and a lot of kind of forced shots.
Yeah, you know, at times, and that was the thing about this game, I thought defensively there were moments where, you know, in time where we were really, really good, and then, you know, we had these dips, and we got to find a way to get rid of the dips. That's a big issue for us, right? Continue to figure out how we can circumvent a little bit of that, but you know, if we can, it's going to help us a bunch.
Yeah, Coach, one more question for you. Points in the paint, 40 points in the paint, huge for you guys. Obviously, the loss of Jalen Overway, kind of huge in that offseason, but guys stepping up. You know, you got Owen Varnado doing on the points and the rebounds. Uchenna Ekekeza with 20 here tonight. Just kind of sharing the love all around. Obviously, Parker Schwartz, the transfer student, just huge in the game overall.
Yeah, I thought he played really well too. You know, so we're getting there, right? And we do. We've got to find ways to get the ball into the post area. So it was really great in the second half to see, you know, Owen get in there, made some great plays. You know, ends up with 9 assists, which is just huge for us. But yeah, we just got to continue to figure those pieces out as we go forward.
Yeah, Coach, congrats on the game. Thanks for coming over with us. Good luck and have a good Christmas holiday.
Hey, Merry Christmas, gentlemen, all right? Take those sweaters and enjoy them, all right?
Oh, we will.
Okay.
We will for sure.
All right, bye.
Thanks, guys. And, folks, you heard it right there. Obviously a good win, but things to work on, and that'll do it for us here in Van Noord Arena. We want to thank you guys for popping out, showing out here, joining us here. Hopefully we didn't make you too hungry back at home. We want to thank you guys, all the people who make it possible for us to be here in the seats, the statistician, the video quality. Ryan here is my partner. You guys at home, thank you guys so much for being here with us.
Don't forget Mel there in the booth.
And don't forget Mel in the booth. And we appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys so much for being on here with us and allowing us to yap at you for about 2 hours. But that'll do it for us tonight. This will be Ryan and Ryan signing off. Make sure you guys stay safe out there. God bless. Good night. We'll see you guys next time.
And you folks have a Merry Christmas.